Make me the host. Host, please. Hello, everyone. Welcome once again. We are on to practicing questions which might occur. We are on to practicing questions जो आ सकते हैं TCS में इस साल. तो देखना है और करना भी है. We have closed our session yesterday on question number 20, which was from profit and loss. Today, as promised, we would be practicing few more from profit and loss and discussing few more concepts. Masterclass of profit and loss and percentages were there in yesterday's session's description. So please go through it. आज इस session के भी description में I'll try to add them up. Question is on your screen. You know what it takes to do it. You just need to try to solve it in a minute if possible. And chat box is open. Whenever you have doubt, please put in the chat box. Hello everyone on the YouTube. चैट बॉक्स खुला हुआ है आप लोगों के लिए, उसका जरूर इस्तेमाल करें. इफ इन केस यू हैव एनी डाउट, प्लीज पुट इन योर आंसर इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, अगर आपने मास्टर क्लास देखी है तो दिस क्वेश्चन विल सीम टू बी वेरी इजी इफ वी फॉलो रूल नंबर 4. पहले रूल नंबर 4 को एक बार गो थ्रू कर लेते हैं फटाफट. Rule number 4 is from our rule book, which is the debt rule, which says that if cost price of A units is X and if selling price of B units is Y, then profit or loss is given by simply principal diagonal, that is AY, minus secondary diagonal, that is BX, divided by BX into 100. As simple as that. What we need to do is हमको समझना है और ये देखना है कि how we can fit in our rule 4 of profit and loss or not. Kaur bought 30 cricket bats and made a profit of 50% by selling them all. The selling price of how many cricket bats is equal to her total cost price. So we can see that cost price of 30, let the cost price of 30 bats be 1 rupee, is equals to selling price. Cost price is 1 rupee is equals to selling price of how many bats. This is what we need to find. Now, if we use debt rule, then 30 into 1 is 30, minus x into 1 is x, divided by x into 100 is equals to the profit which he have made. He made a profit of 50%. Clear? So if we solve this, we'll get 60 minus 2x is equals to x, or 3x is equals to 60. That is x is 20. So selling price of 20 cricket bats is equals to her cost price if she is making 50% profit. Go through rule 4. All rules are there in the rule book. I'll try to add on the profit and loss master class once again in this session. So you may go through and different types of questions which can be solved using this rule. This is a very fantastic rule and very easily we can solve these kind of questions. Any question you want to raise? Live chat is on. Again, welcome you all. Live chat is on. Put in your answer or comments in the chat box. Let's see the next one. Try it. Think which particular rule we can use it. And then check for the answer with us. Yes, time is ticking. चलो देखते हैं what we have. An article is marked X% over its cost price. When it is sold by giving 4% discount on the mark price, there is gain of 28%. What is the value of X? We know we should be using our net change rule here, which says that actual profit is equals to M minus D minus M into D by 100, where M means marked up and D means discount. We will avoid percentages in this calculation. And the actual gain is 28%. So actual profit is 28, marked up is X, discount is 4, minus X into 4 by 100. 28 plus 4 is 32. X minus 4X by 100 will give us 96X by 100. This goes 3 times. So X is 100 by 3 in percentages. That would be 33, 1 by 3%. So but they have asked about what is the value of X. The value of X would be 33, 1 by 3. That is given in option A. Use net changing rule. And this is the best rule to find actual profit when the shopkeeper is marking up the price and also giving discount after that. This is, in layman term, we call it price cheating. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what we have. Give it a try. You know the drill. It would be maximum 80 seconds, 70 seconds for this particular question. Check out which particular rule fits in, rule 2, 3, or 4, and then find the answer. Okay, let's check what we have. People are answering yes. Karsh, Komal, Prajakta, Aisha, Gautami, Pallavi. Okay, let's see. What is your answer? Leela buys some article at a rate of 12 for rupees 700 and sell them at a rate of 18 for 1120. So cost price of 12 items is 700. Leela buys some article at the rate of 12 for rupees 700 and sells them at 18 for 1120. Ekdam classical fit in rule number 4. Perfect classical fit in that rule. And we know what to do. Now, we can learn something here also, that when we are using rule 4, that is our debt rule, vertically, we can cancel out if we find something common in these numbers to save time in calculation. 12, 8 can be converted to 2, 3. and this can be 35, and this is 5, 656. Okay, 7, 5, and then 7, 8. Now, whatever answer we'll get with 2538 would be same as whatever answer we get at 12, 718, 1120. Let's use our rule for profit or loss from this particular transaction is principal diagonal minus secondary diagonal by secondary diagonal into 100. That is 100 by 15 or 6.66%. Symbol of devil, 62 by 3%. Option A is the fit. I hope now you are getting the hook on. Rule 4. Okay, let's move on. Give it a try. Timer of 1 minute is on. Put up your answers in the chat box, please. Okay, let's see. Very good. Few of you have sent the answer. 640. Okay, let's see. An article was sold at 20% loss. So actual profit on article is minus 20. If the mark price on the article was rupees 800, we don't know the marked up percentage. And the discount given by the shopkeeper is 36%. D is 36. Now, from the net changing rule, we know actual profit is M minus D minus M into D by 100. This will help us getting how much is the marked up percentage on cost price. So minus 20 equals X minus 36 minus 36X by 100. So minus 36 will come here plus 36, 16 equals X minus 36 is 64X by 100. 16, 64 goes 4 times, 400 is 25. So X is 25. That means marked up is by 25%. Shopkeeper had marked up by 25%. Now, what is the mark price? Mark price is CP into 100 plus markup divided by 100. If we now put all the values in here, we can find the cost price, which is the question which is actually asked. We need to find the cost price. So CP is marked up 800 into 100 divided by 100 plus 25 is 125. 25, 5, 25, 4, 5 goes 160, 160 into 4 is 640. Cost price of the article is rupees 640. That is in option A. Very good. I deliberately in solving step by step so that the thing is clear with you all. At any point of time, you may avoid writing. You just write what we need to write and solve as quickly as possible according to the time given to the question. I don't think the more than 17 seconds would be given to this particular question. Fair enough? Great, great, great. Good. Many of you have answered. Wonderful, wonderful. As said, this is LeadSoft's initiative in providing you with simple, sure questions which might come if you are planning to write TCS on campus or off campus examination in coming October or September end, October. So do subscribe to the channel and please keep on sharing, because you never know, this would be help for, you never know किसके help आ सकता है, किसके काम आ सकता है. Master classes links would be there in the description. Please go through it. If you have any queries, any question, please let us know in the comment box so that we can solve it. There it is. We'll take up one more from profit and loss. And you know the drill. Try to read, frame up the equations. Equation बनाने की कोशिश करिए. Try to read between the lines and finish it off in 60 seconds. Yes, very correctly asked. These are on the lines of the actual question which were asked in August 2022 TCS drives. So we are hoping still again that they would be giving us the similar kind of question, not the same one, obviously, but similar kind of question. So what's wrong in practicing these? Good, Pooja, Pallavi, Shruti, Jyoti. Correct. Keep answering. Very good. Okay, let's see. What do you mean by profit? Profit is when selling price is more than cost price, and loss is when cost price is more than selling price. Anjali sells a mobile for rupees 8400 selling price and incurs some loss. That means loss is CP minus 8400. Because since she have incurred loss, cost price should be greater than selling price. If she sells this for 10,800, now if the selling price changes to 10,800, she gets double profit from earlier loss. So now she's getting profit of 10,800 minus CP. Now it is said that profit is double of the earlier loss. The new profit is double of the earlier loss. If we fit in this with equation 1 and equation 2 in P equals to 2L, by solving, we can find the value of cost price, isn't it? So 10,800 minus CP equals twice the loss, that is 2 CP minus 16,800. It goes there, it becomes 6,000 equals, okay, it goes there, it is not subtracted, it will add up to this. 10,800 plus 16,800, 27,600. This will be equals to 2C plus C, that is 3C. Pardon me for that. Cost price would be 27,600 divided by 3. That would be 9,200. Do we have this in our option? Yes, option A fits in. Please be attentive while doing calculations. You don't have much time to check it if we are doing it wrong. Once again, 2 questions to 3 questions from percentages and profit and loss. 2 questions are sure from profit and loss based on rule number 2, rule number 3, and rule number 4. Do follow our rule book for practicing more questions of this type. On this note, we'll move on to our next topic and we'll see particular questions related to that. Welcome to ratio, proportion, and variation. We will be continuing with this topic today and maybe in the next session also. Today, we'll try to cover up basic properties of ratio, proportion, how to deal with different formulas. And this is in our rule book, rule number 5, rule book 5. And the link is there in the description as usual. Go through it also before coming for the next session. If X is to Y is any ratio, that is the comparison. Ratio is nothing but the comparison. Then duplicate ratio is X square is to Y square. Triplicate ratio is X cube is to Y cube. Subduplicate will be root X is to root Y. And subtriplicate will be cube root of X is to cube root of Y. Very useful in finding areas and volume comparisons in mensuration 2-dimension and 3-dimension. Here, as said about this, give it a try, then we'll move on. Time is ticking. Okay. Yashashri, Saurav, Lakshmi, we have noted your answer. Let's see. One more thing, if X is to Y is a ratio, then inverse ratio is 1 by X is to 1 by Y. That means if 1 by X is to 1 by Y is a ratio, then inverse of this will be what? Y is to X. This is nothing but, if we look carefully, 1 by X is to 1 by Y is nothing but Y is to X. 1 into Y gets multiplied here, X into Y, X into 1 gets multiplied here. So it is Y is to X which we are looking out for. X and Y are two positive numbers. X cube is to Y cube is 1728 is to 343. To find X is to Y, we need subtriplicate ratio. X is to Y will be cube root of 1728 is to cube root of 343. That would be 12 is to 7. And the question asks, what is 1 by x is to 1 by y? That is nothing but inverse ratio of x is to y. So 1 by x is to 1 by y would be 7 is to 12. Or 1 by x is to 1 by y means y is to x. If x is to y is 12 is to 7, then y is to x is 7 is to 12. 7 is to 12, option B fits in. Is it clear? The people who have answered 12 is to 7 need to make this thing very clear on their part. X is to y is 12 is to 7. 1 by x is to 1 by y means inverse ratio of x is to y. So in simple term also, inverse ratio can also be written as y is to x. On solving 1 by x is to 1 by y, get y is to x. Isn't it? Okay. Let's take up one more. Today we will be taking a basics of ratio proportion, and we'll try to just revise all the concepts which are necessary to solve these kind of questions. See, questions are very easy. If we know the tricks, if we know the properties, question become very simple. But sometimes what happens na, हम लोग थोड़ा ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. 7 is to 12, 12 is to 7. Please don't mark on 12 is to 7. 12 is to 7 is x is to y. And but we need 1 by x is to 1 by y, that will be 7 is to 12. So mind these things while you are answering, and it will always help you. Thank you, Lakshmi. We'll move on. Give it a try. The only motive behind taking up this question is to showcase how do we actually calculate joint ratios. Calculate joint ratio and then do it. Okay, let's find a way out on how to join ratios. हेलो, आवाज आ रही है? विजय सर, अंजलि, दिव्या, लक्ष्मी.
Yes, sir.
A, B, C, D, E. 5 natural numbers given. That means these are whole numbers. Obviously, natural numbers. And the sum is 126. It is known that A, B, C, D, E. You might find this process a bit lengthy, but this is very beautiful process. A is to B is 7 is to 8. Then below that, write B is to C. B is to C is 2 is to 3. C is to D is 4 is to 5. And D is to E is 5 is to 7. 4 is to D is 4 is to 5. And D is to E is 5 is to 7. And since there is a link, let it be. Let's write 5 is to 7. We need to complete this. Now look at the first row. It ends at 8. And after that, jo khali jagah hai, there you start filling up by the last digit we have, 8. 3K right hand side mein, you will be writing 3. And to the left of 2, it will be 2. 4 left hand side will be writing 4, 4. And to the right hand side of 5, you will be writing 5. Now, to the left of 5, we would be writing 5s. Now check whether there is anything common in all rows. You can delete it here itself. We can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5s were common in all rows. We are deleting from the system. Now we can see 4. Yes, 4, 4, 4. 8 will become 2 and this 8 will become 2. Fair enough. Again, we have 2 commons. 2, 2. This 8 will become 4. 2 out, 2 out. Now you multiply the remaining numbers. All these means they are out by 1. 7 into 1 into 1 into 1 is 7. 8 into 1 into 1 into 1 is 8. 4 into 3 is 12. D will be 3 into 5, that is 15. And E will be 3 into 7, that is 21. So the joint ratio is 7 is to 8 is to 12 is to 15 is to 21. If you want to give it a check, let's try. A is to B is 7 is to 8, done. B is to C is 8 is to 12. On dividing by 4, it becomes 2 is to 3, done. C is to D is 4 is to 5. 12 is to 15. On dividing by 3, it becomes 4 is to 5. Check. D is to 5 is to 7. 15 is to 21. On dividing by 3, it becomes 5 is to 7. Done. So this is the combined ratios. What is the difference between A and E? Now we know that A is 7x or B is 8x, 12x, 15x, 21x. Now if we add up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 57, 58, and 5 is 63. We get 63x is 126. That means value of x is 2. Question is, what is the difference between A and E? Difference between A and E is 21x minus 7x, that is 14x, and x is equals to 2. So that difference is 28. Option C fits in. Good one. Those who have given answer C, very good. See, sometimes going by the traditional method is not good. We can very easily, we can very easily frame backwards and find this A is to B is to C is to D in no time, because few numbers are same. You can see C is to D is to E. Here D and D value is same. So this becomes 4, 5, 7. Now C is 4. When we go to C, it is 2 into 3. So multiply this by 3 quickly and multiply this by 4. So it will become 8, 12, 15, 21. And when we see B as 8, we can see A is to B is 7 is to 8. It becomes 7. So the ratio, it's all up to you how quickly you want to calculate it. By looking at these ratios, if you can do it. But what I have shown you is an identical process of how to do joint ratios. Clear. But if you find some Adjustment links, it's all up to you to just write the ratios, use the adjustment links, and find the question asked. That's it. That is our motto. Let's try the next one. Before an increment of rupees 10,000 in the salary of Mr. Pravakar and Mr. Qureshi, their salary were in the ratio 1:2. So salary of P by Q is 1/2. And after increment, 1/2, so let's make it X and 2X. So after increment, the ratio should be X plus 10,000 upon 2X plus 10,000. And that is given as 3:5. That's it. We need to find the value of X and the answer should follow. 5X 50,000 equals 3 into 2, 6X plus 30,000. So we can see X is equals to 50 minus 30, that is 20,000. So salary of P is 20,000 and salary of Q is 40,000. So what is the difference between their salary? Difference between their salary is X. That is 20,000. 2X minus X is X, which is in option A. Sometimes very simple, basic formula-based questions are there, equation-based questions are there. Our job is to do it in the given time. TCS के क्वेश्चन है. क्यों हम TCS के क्वेश्चन इतना प्रैक्टिस करते हैं? एक ही कारण है, अच्छे क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, स्टैंडर्ड यूज किया हुआ है उन्होंने, एंड there the question need to be answered in the given allotted time. If we practice in that simulated environment, अभी कोई भी कंपनी रिक्रूटमेंट टेस्ट आप क्रैक कर सकते हैं आफ्टर लर्निंग ऑल द like possible principles which you can practice using these small questions, which will help you increase your speed too. Fair enough? Good. Let's check the next one. Give it a try. बहुत ही ज्यादा पूछा जाने वाला क्वेश्चन बेस्ड ऑन सैलरीज, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर रेशियोज. Okay, let's see what we have. The ratio of the income of A and B is 3:5. Okay, income of A and B in the ratio 3:5, that means income is 3x and 5x. And the ratio of expenditure is 4:7. Let's take up some other variable, 4y and 7y. A and B save. Now saving is income minus expenditure. Income minus expenditure is savings. Saving of A is 8,000 and saving of B is 11,000. Now you can see that you have got two equations, two simultaneous equations which need to be solved. And I'm giving you one wonderful method to solve the simultaneous equation without actually using the simultaneous thing. To find the value of x, you hide x and put a minus sign and then cross multiply. 4 minus 4 into 11,000 is minus 44,000. Minus 7 into 8,000 is minus minus plus 56,000, divided by the determinant value of this particular matrix or determinant. 3 into minus 7 is minus 21. Minus minus plus, this will give you 20. That is minus 1. So divided by minus 1. Minus minus gone. 56 minus 44 is 12. Value of x is 12,000. What is the difference between the incomes of A and B? Difference between the incomes of A and B is 2x. And value of x is 12,000. 2 into 12,000 is 24,000. Option B is the pick. Now, this is not only the method to solve, but this seems to be very interesting and quickly you can do it. Suppose I'm framing it up for you if you want to make a note. A1x plus B1y is equals to C1 and A2x plus B2y is equals to C2. Then value of x is put a minus sign and multiply with y's and c's. This will be B1C2 minus B2C1 divided by the first x and y's determinant value. That will be A1B2 minus A2B1. If you can remember like this. For y also, value is similar, but here we don't put the minus sign and hide y. So it would be A1C2 minus A2C1 and divided by the same thing which you have divided for x. It would be A1B2 minus A2B1. देखने में complicated लगता, but it is very workable and swiftly you can do it. You make this notes properly and keep on practicing to solve simultaneous equations. So the link for ratio proportions would be there in the description below. Please go through the master class on Rule 5. And let's take up the last one for today's show. Straight away from the world of solutions, that is mixtures, where we actually work on with proportions. We'll be talking more about mixtures tomorrow when we'll start up a session. We'll give you the basic gist of solution, how different questions are asked and how allegation processes can be used. These questions are from TCS based on actual question asked in August 2022 drive, which was conducted by TCS. All questions are from the foundation level, ninja level. Do practice this similar kind of question. You will gain confidence. That's definite. Vessel A and B contains spirit and water in the ratio 5:8 and 7:6. Their content are mixed in the ratio 2:3. That means we are taking 2 parts from this and 3 parts from this. Then what is the ratio of water and spirit in the resulting solution? Very basic question to start. Weighted averages. We will work with proportion. Proportion of spirit in first is 5 by 5 plus 8, that is 13. And water proportion is 8 by 13. Spirit proportion in vessel B 7 plus 6, that is 13. Wonderful. 7 by 13 and 6 by 13. Now we need to find the ratio of total water to total spirit. Mind it. First water. Total water upon total spirit. So water here is 2 parts of 8 by 13. That will comes 2 into 8 by 13 plus 3 parts 6 by 13 divided by spirit is 2 parts 5 by 13 in proportion and 3 parts 7 by 13. That means 7 by 13 part of 3. This is what we actually mean. Since the denominator is same, you can cancel out thoroughly. So it becomes 16 plus 18 divided by 10 plus 21, 7 into 3. So 16, 32, 34 by 31. The solution that they are looking out for is water to spirit. That is 34 is to 31. Please don't mark on 31 is to 34. Because it is given in spirit is to water, we need to stick to water is to spirit because that is the question which is given. Don't get aloofed by this. Keep practicing. I'll again give you the links of all the masterclass in this particular description. Please wait for a few minutes. We will be putting out in the description. Do subscribe to the channel and do well. Keep practicing. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you soon.